Hello and welcome back to Scout Report, where today we are assessing how Manchester United can survive without buying Jadon Sancho. Following a season in which the London-born 20-year-old contributed a ridiculous 33 league goals, a figure topped by just 4 players in Europe, speculation has been rife that he will be on the move this summer. Man United are known admirers of the former City player, with rumours swirling for months now that they will bring him to Old Trafford to complete a mouth-watering attack alongside Anthony Martial and Marcus Rashford. But coronavirus struck, meaning no matchday income for months, a 52% drop in broadcast revenue and United's overall revenue falling 18.7% over the first 3 months of 2020, compared to the previous year. Given the financial state of the club, with debt rising 42% on 2019 levels to £429 million, and with the global economy in freefall, it's little wonder that Borussia Dortmund and Man United remain poles apart in their valuations. Whilst we are by no means ruling out the potential transfer, we wanted to offer Man United some alternatives in the event it doesn't happen. Let's get started. The like for like. It's easy to see why Man United want Sancho. Always an insanely talented dribbler who was excellent in tight spaces, the Camberwell-born winger has added to his game this year. His decision-making on when to pass and when to take his man on has increased dramatically, with his chances created per 90 jumping from 2.3 to 2.7, with only 3 players in Germany providing more. But it's Sancho's finishing that took the largest leap in 2019-20. With his expected goals per 90 jumping from 0.27 in 18-19 to almost 0.4, and the 5'11" forward certainly made the most of those opportunities, scoring 17 league goals, against an expected goal tally of just 10.8. His differential of plus 6.3 goals was not only the best record in Germany, but second to Ciro Immobile in Europe's top 5 leagues. So what we are looking for as an alternative is an exceptional dribbler who can create space for others, find a killer pass and also score themselves. And after the Messis and Salahs of this world, the top right wingers in world football include Bernardo Silva, Serge Gnabry and Ousmane Dembele, none of whom we can see arriving this summer. One player who might be tempted, however, and hear us out on this, is Spurs' son Heung-Min. Although the 87-capped South Korean has played the majority of his football on the left wing for the Lily Whites, his time at Hamburg and Leverkusen prove he's equally comfortable on the other flank or playing centrally. After a slow start to his Spurs career following his £22 million move from Germany in August 2015, Son has been a picture of consistency, with at least 18 league goal contributions in each of the last 4 campaigns. Despite playing for a side which has averaged 78 points per completed season since 16-17 and is currently 20 points behind Manchester City, who have averaged 92 in the same period, Son has only contributed 9 fewer league goals than Raheem Sterling in that time. And this season, with Harry Kane's deteriorating body forcing him to miss 16 games, the 3rd time in 4 years he's had to miss over 10 matches, Son has once again had to step up. His 20 league goal contributions at the time of writing represent 37% of his side's total, and his underlying numbers of 3.1 shots and 2.3 dribbles per 90 would rank 3rd and 1st in the Red Devils squad respectively. But those raw numbers only paint half the picture. This is a player who's contributing 0.8 goals and assists per 90, which is 8th in the Premier League, despite playing for a side that have kept just 7 clean sheets all season and have only won 3 league games in a row once. Son's biggest strength is his efficiency in front of goal, with 47% of his shots testing the goalkeeper, a figure only topped by Greenwood and Martial at United. And while Sancho is known for his ability to beat a man in tight spaces, only 9 of his dribbles have led to a shot this season, compared to 15 for Son with 3 games to play. And in a limited Spurs side that have struggled all season, Son has created 40 chances for his teammates, with no Man United forward creating more than 31 at the time of writing. If money is your issue, then Son, with 3 years remaining on his current contract, probably won't be your man. But if United could land the South Korean, they'll not only have one of the Premier League's most dangerous forwards on their books, but potentially end Spurs' era as challengers. The bargain buy. But let's face it, Daniel Levy, having employed a £16 million per year manager in Jose Mourinho and having recently moved into a £1 billion stadium, is highly unlikely to let one of his star players leave this summer for anything less than a monster fee. Unless the recently turned 28-year-old decides United has a better chance of ending his personal trophy drought and hands in a transfer request, this move isn't going to happen. But fear not, Red Devils fans, there are plenty of other options on the table. We implore United to consider Dynamo Kiev's Viktor Segunkov and AZ Alkmaar's Calvin Stengs. But at just 22 and 21 respectively, and with no experience in a top 5 league, they wouldn't offer United an instant return. And whilst Ferran Torres, who they have been linked with over the last few weeks, looks like he could one day be an exceptional player, Mason Greenwood already has 7 more goals to his name despite playing 47 fewer games. For that reason, if Solskjaer decides that he wants a cheaper option, we think he should head to Italy and look to bring in Sassuolo's Domenico Berardi. Despite only being 25, the 6-foot winger already has over 250 appearances to his name, 20 more than Raheem Sterling, who is just 4 months younger. And for someone who has spent his whole career at Sassuolo, who have finished in the top half once in his 7 years there, his numbers are incredible. Having burst onto the scene with 31 goals and 16 assists across his first 2 Serie A campaigns, his performances took a slight dip over the next 2. But he still has an average of 0.5 goal contributions per league game across the last 7 campaigns. And this season he has been back to his best, with 12 goals and 6 assists in 26 league games to date, contributing 31% of Sassuolo's total this term. Without stars around him, the onus often falls on Berardi to create something out of nothing, which he has responded to this term with 4.2 shots and 2.2 key passes per 90. Although 2.9 of those shots come from outside the box, Berardi is far from wasteful, getting 1.6 shots on target per 90, and 46 successful passes into the penalty area, both of which would top Solskjaer's side. Currently operating at 0.62 expected goals and assists per 90, the same as Anthony Martial, Berardi is a hidden gem. So why hasn't anyone gone for him then? Well, Barcelona were interested in January, and he has been linked to Roma and Liverpool in the past. But unfortunately for Berardi, his hot-headed nature that saw him pick up 33 yellows and 3 red cards in his first 3 Serie A campaigns has counted against him. Still a highly competitive player who ranks 15th in Serie A's all-time sending-off charts with 5, Berardi has in his own words matured. The 5-capped Italy international may be a bit of a wild card, but his relatively cheap €19 million valuation surely makes him a viable option. Trust in youth. Whilst Rashford has gone from strength to strength this campaign with 22 goal contributions in 28 league games to date, another Carrington product has caught the nation's attention, Mason Greenwood. After shining for the various youth teams in 18-19, with a quite frankly ridiculous 29 goals and 12 assists in 28 games, many were expecting Greenwood to be gently introduced this season, but the departures of Lukaku and Alexis Sanchez last summer opened up a spot in the first team, an opportunity the 18-year-old has grabbed with both hands. In total, he has made 43 appearances for United in all competitions, with his 1,544 minutes in the League and Europa League only topped by 13 teammates. In fact, only 3 under-19 players in Europe, Arsenal's Saka, Rennes Camavinga and Montpellier's Chotard, have played more than his 1,000 league minutes to date. And his statistics are quite frankly frightening for a player so young. A goal contribution every 100 league minutes, whilst firing off 3.1 shots per 90, 0.8 more than Rashford was managing at the same age, suggests he is not just one for the future, but for the here and now. Unlike Rashford when he first broke through, Greenwood has been given very few minutes as a central striker, but is still averaging 0.35 expected goals per 90, more than Kevin De Bruyne and United target Jack Grealish this campaign. And it's easy to see why, as unlike Martial and Rashford, Greenwood's best attribute is his finishing, with no one managing to top his record of getting 54% of his shots on target, or his 0.27 goals per shot. While Greenwood is clearly not the finished product and can't hold a candle to Sancho's dribbling ability with just 1.3 completed take-ons per 90, less than half of that of his compatriot, by trusting in their academy product and Daniel James on the right wing, they can address other holes in their squad. The centre of the park. While some might argue United could do with upgrades at centre-back and left-back, we believe the more pressing area of concern is in fact in central midfield. Bruno Fernandes has had a spectacular impact on the side since arriving in January, with his speed of thought, excellent passing range and eye for goal, a key reason behind United's upturn in form, with the side winning 77% of games he's featured in, compared to 44% prior to his arrival. With United picking up 25 points out of a possible 33 in that time, 2 more than next best Liverpool, it's a great time to be a Red Devils fan. But despite having his best spell of football for years, rewarded with a new 3-year contract, Matic will be 32 next month. Whilst they do have backup in the form of McTominay and Fred, neither are natural holding midfielders. If United could afford them, Marcelo Brozovic and Wilfried Ndidi would both be excellent acquisitions, but a more affordable option is RB Leipzig's Konrad Laimer. Despite only recently turning 23, the seven-capped Austrian has played over 110 games for the side since his €6.9 million transfer from sister club RB Salzburg in June 2017. A regular since the start of 18-19, Laimer's importance to the side has increased massively since Nagelsmann's arrival, with only 5 players topping his 2,708 league and UCL minutes. In that time, Laimer has contributed 2 league goals and 6 assists, one fewer than McTominay, Matic, Fred, Mata and Lingard put together. But whilst chipping in with goals is a tidy bonus, Laimer is first and foremost a very solid ball winner, with 5.3 tackles and interceptions per 90, just 0.4 fewer than United's Wan-Bissaka. An extremely hard worker who has made 60 blocks this season, second in his side to Klostermann, and averaged 35 pressures per 90, 6 more than United's best which is Fred, and 11 more than Ndidi. Laimer's relentless work ethic would complement the artistry of Pogba and Fernandes perfectly. Valued at just €24 million, Konrad Laimer would be an incredibly intelligent pickup by United this summer. And that's all we have time for today, but let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. And finally, for more football chat, head over to our new podcast channel aptly titled Football Daily Podcasts. I promise you, you won't regret it. Bye for now.